Hi, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the Tailwind Flash Briefing. My name is Harrison Sharp, and I'm here with
Ryan Goodmanson.
Pinterest says lockdown is fueling an appetite for discovery as it eyes media budget. And the whole thing kind of talked about how Pinterest is seeing this huge kind of surge in, number one, searches on its platform. Pinterest is saying that they are seeing searches up 60% over last year, which is huge. And saves are up 40% from last year as well. And it seems like this kind of quarantine has caused people to seek out practical solutions about how to entertain their kids, how to keep the house clean, even craft projects like how to make face masks. Now, however, Pinterest did identify that we're kind of in a stage of almost like a future-oriented escapism. We've been in this quarantine for so long that people are kind of looking towards the future, looking for things they can anticipate and will enjoy doing again. In the article, they said these things like holidays, weddings, events like this are going to have more meaning than ever because we've been derived from being able to do them for so long, right? They're gonna take on a whole new meaning. At least as people see it, there is an end in sight, right? And so people are starting to really think about this, plan for it, that sort of thing. And then moving forward, kind of the thing to keep in mind is kind of the aspect of recovery and rebound.
Do you think it's kind of is it right to really kind of advertise and market to that? Or is it still kind of that gray area where you do want to still be cognizant of what you're saying?
I mean, I think it's always good to be cognizant, but in terms of, morality, is it right or wrong? I think it's perfectly acceptable because, I mean, what are the alternatives? At least with Pinterest, people are going on, they're finding ways that they can either things that make them happy looking towards the future, or they're learning things for right now, like how to start gardening, gaining a lot of skills that they might not have looked into previously.
If you have an e-commerce website, whether that's on Shopify or any of those other platforms, Google and other search engines are really trying to focus on making sure that it's delivering the right pages and content for the types of queries that people are searching for, whether that's transactional or more informational focused. Someone might be trying to optimize for a t-shirt or trying to rank their website for some type of specific clothing or jewelry. Even though the content is really focused on being transactional, they're trying to still rank for more informational type searches. One example of this is something like podcasting microphones. So if you went and searched for podcasting microphones, as you can see, there's not a lot of transactional pages that are ranking for these first few positions on the results page. More informational. What are the top 5, top 10 podcasting microphones, or whatever the case may be? So as people are creating their content and optimizing their specific product pages, knowing the intent that the keywords that they want to rank for is going to be really important.
So Ryan, as a marketer, bottom line, I got to ask, how can we, as marketers, brands, SEO experts who use Shopify, ensure that our site gains the most traction possible?
I think we really just need to be incredibly focused in types of terms and themes and categories of what we want to rank for, whether that's transactional focused or informational focused. At the end of the day, Google is looking at making sure that it's delivering the most relevant pages possible for each and every term. So making sure that we are in alignment to the intent of the term is going to be huge. Not really pushing them too quickly to make the purchase if they're a little bit more on the informational side. But if they are on the transactional side, making sure that the landing pages and the product pages that are able to rank for those terms are really focused, making it really easy within the user experience to convert.
For those who may not be familiar with what a Jamboard is, it's a Google product. Picture a whiteboard. We've all seen them, right? Except this whiteboard, you don't have to erase. Well, I realized you can use these Jamboard files as collaborative documents in the same way that you would use Google Docs or Google Sheets or Google Slides. So here we have the blank layout for a Jam session, as they're called. right? So here's Ryan up here. He's on the dock as well. And basically what you have is this little pen. This is your kind of a drawing function, right? Draws in real time. So he's over here. Just drawing a nice message for us. Maybe I don't like it, so I think I'll erase that there. You have your select tool for anything else. But what I really appreciate about this is the sticky note function. So you want to say something along the lines of "Hello world," because when is that not the thing to say? You just save that, and then suddenly you have this handy sticky note, which you can move anywhere. You can make bigger. Ryan can interact with it if he'd like. He can write what he wants to write.
I could just make a whole new pink one.
Pink is better. So really, we like to use these anytime that we kind of get the whole team on. Maybe we're all working together on something like what is our mission? Mission as an organization. What are examples of how we play into our values and our strengths on a daily basis, or what do we need to improve on, or something like that. So we can have these big lists of sticky notes where everyone's throwing up their own ideas, and it's just like having a board in person, except when you're done with it, you can share it to anyone on the team, and it's right in your Google Drive like any other Google Suite product, which is especially handy.
I really do enjoy it just because there have been countless times where we have been in collaboration sessions with the client or us internally, and we did the sticky note thing. And a lot of times there was a pretty substantial obstacle for people who were remote that couldn't be involved in that whole process. And this really helps alleviate that altogether. And it does really facilitate the idea of collaborating and idea brainstorming within really a countless number of people. Well, that does it for this week's edition of Flash Briefing. Hope you enjoyed it. Again, my name is Ryan.
And I'm Harrison. Thanks for joining us this week. Tune in next week to see what we've got.